right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Did That Age Well here at Dude IDK Studios. I'm your host, Molly Smith. Want to start by giving a shout out to Spider Moving and Storage, full service moving and storage company. They can help you with local, residential, cross country moves, local moves. Did I say that already? I'm sorry if I did. You can get a free quote at spidermoving.com. And give them a follow on Instagram. I'll put the link in the show notes. Thanks for sponsoring Dude IDK. Oh my gosh. Today we're going to go on what? A journey. We're at a crossroads, if you will.
Speak about cross country.
Speak about cross country. My girls, gays and theys. I am so thrilled to welcome back my friend, returning guest of the pod, Melissa Leavenworth.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here.
Happy to be here.
Thank you for choosing this movie. Thank you for choosing Crossroads. God, did I need to watch this movie today. I am just delighted that I got to watch this. So thank you for that.
You're so welcome.
And thank you for being here. What is going on with you?
Okay, so
Hi,
Winnie. There's a lot going on.
Where do you want to begin?
Where do I what? Where do you want to begin?
Where do you want to begin? You're training. You're running.
I'm training so hard. I'm training. God. Okay, I am training for a half marathon in Canyonlands, Utah.
So cool.
Which I love.
I love Canyonlands.
And I am going to use that as an opportunity to raise money for Project ICU, which helps women with closing costs. And it's like a grant program where you can get up to $10,000 to help you facilitate owning your home. And I was able to benefit from that. So I just want to kind of give back and do my part. Yes, it's very cool. And the way that it happened was so like fortuitous. I just started running at Run Club and made some very nice new friends. And then when I was visiting Moab, I started to get the ads because Instagram is listening.
Oh, yeah, she's listening.
And look, they don't always hit the targeted ads. But this one, I was like, I will go run 13 miles in the Canyonlands.
Absolutely.
So after you look it up, it's like people use that to raise money all the time. And I'm like, I never run. People aren't used to me running. So they'll give me a little bit of money to run. So I want to see that.
I have never asked them for this before. And so they won't see it coming. They'll be so shocked that they'll have to say yes.
I'm also not like historically athletic. So I think it's very, okay, like for example, when I was a child and we would all race down the hill at recess, I would purposely trip and fall because I just like couldn't stand to lose anymore. So I was
my God. You literally took yourself out of the game.
Yeah, but then one time a kid was like, you did that on purpose. And I was like, no, I did not.
No.
So I'm running for real now.
She's not only a runner, she's a former actress. You guys. Child star. She said, oh, I'm fainting. Wow. I cannot believe that is so like, of all the awful things that kids do, calling out another kid for lying out of survival? Horrible. If that person is listening, I am not wishing you well.
Me neither.
And look at you now.
I'm a freaking athlete.
You're an athlete and you're raising money for women
to own their houses.
We love That's incredible. We love to see it. And you're going on a kind of a cross-country journey of your own.
Yes.
Soon. You're moving.
I'm moving.
No! It's not too late to change your mind, just so you know.
I think it is. I think my mind might have already been chosen before I visited.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm moving to San Francisco because it's just beautiful and there's a lot of opportunity there right now. Yeah. So it works out. And I'm excited for the next big thing because I'm from Colorado. So it's like,
totally.
I got to get out of here.
It's time to do something different.
Yes.
As these girls will show us because you're not a girl, but not yet a woman. And you're going to go to San Francisco.
I am a woman, though.
Actually, I'm not 18.
Been a woman for several years.
Okay, fine. So maybe our lives are not exactly like Crossroads, but doesn't it feel like anytime you're on a new journey that you're kind of like with your girls and some random guy who movie would have been way better without him.
Yes. Also, you are so good at this.
Oh my God. Thank you.
You're weaving it in and out. You're just like,
I can't
it's so
help
natural.
I can't help it. I just can't help it. Okay, what made you want to decide to talk about Crossroads?
You know, it is just one of those treasures in my life.
Yes.
I think I saw it for the first time when I was 6 years old.
Yeah.
And then I watched it again last year. And when you have about 24 years under your belt between seeing Crossroads for the first time and the second time, you see the red flags.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, did it age well? Not particularly.
Not particularly. Here's why. This is my thesis today.
In this essay, I will. Man's fault.
In this essay, I will. So basically, like, what really is so tragic to me about this film, about Crossroads, is that it was at a time in the early 2000s when we still had so much hope for young pop stars, especially Ms. Britney Spears. When we saw this moment of opportunity in spite of all of the toxic, horrible misogyny that was being just railed at her and other girls, but not yet women. Not girls, not yet women. In spite of all that, there was still so much hope for her career, for her literally like her coming of age. And then to see that hope at that time and now know like how the story unfolds is so fucking tragic. And that's what to me made this movie. I'm like, God, this ages with like a real heartbreak.
Yeah.
On my part, like watching her make this like film debut and be like, the world's right in front of me. I can do anything. I can get away from my overprotective dad.
See, it just an age.
Girl. So that was really tough. It really bummed me out. I think
when I watched it, I didn't like think that hard on that context, and now I'm super bummed out, and I'm so sorry I put you through that. And now,
listener or viewer, now you're bummed out. Look, we never said it was gonna be easy,
but we are stronger than yesterday, and
absolutely. Okay, the movie ends. Sorry to go straight to the end, but the movie ends. The credits roll. And she's singing the song Overprotected. My life has been so
see, that's eerie.
Protected. Yikes.
That is eerie. Honestly, it's very like foreshadowy.
Yeah.
Spooky. There's the Halloween.
Spooky. It's spooky Halloween time. Yeah. Crossroads is basically perfect for Halloween time because it's spooky.
Maybe I should just be Britney for Halloween.
Oh, I absolutely think you should.
There's so many variations.
Of course. I was thinking about having a Britney themed birthday party.
Yes.
But guess what? I've got another one next year. So I can do it then. You can take that idea too.
That would be wonderful. Like. Well, my birthday just passed as well.
Well, you have another one coming up next year.
You're right.
Well,
You're correct.
Yeah. And happy late birthday.
Thank you. It's so sweet.
Okay, so yeah, there was so much hope and then it all comes crumbling.
Should we bring it back to the beginning where they do the
yes.
So like basically it starts out and they're like 3 young girls and they're best friends and they like bury the time capsule, right?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Can I take us on a just
take me on
detour?
The journey?
Okay. Cannot stop using car-related metaphors here. So we're taking a detour real quick. When I saw this movie with my best friend, Andrea, shout out, friend of the pod, she and I decided, you know what? We're going to make a time capsule. And we did. And fortunately, my mom, like, you know, it's not like if we're going to bury something in the backyard, it's not actually going to, you know, not decompose, right?
Yeah.
So my mom, like, you know, unearthed it all and like made photocopies of everything.
Aww.
And god damn, that was so funny to look back on. And I just recommend everybody make a time capsule with your friends. If you're 10 years old and listening to this, you shouldn't be. But if you are, make a time capsule with your friends. And just maybe you'll meet up on graduation night and go on the adventure of a lifetime.
That's so fun.
I know, right?
I feel like my high school did a time capsule or something.
Really?
And I feel like I have a memory of I was getting to pick what goes in it.
Oh.
Or am I like confusing it with something I've seen? I don't know. That's called source amnesia. But
oh my God, wait, can we going back to the movie, jump scare, Jamie Lynn playing Little Britney. She plays Little Britney.
Wow, that's heavy too.
I know.
Because growing up in the shadow of Britney and then becoming spiteful to Britney and the whole bit.
And the teen pregnancy of it all. Because, Mimi.
Oh my God. Girl, you're making some big connections I didn't even think about. And I watched it right when she got like, it was like Free Britney movement. Yeah. Everyone was really like jazzed up on it. It was before Netflix bought the rights to Crossroads, so I have it on DVD because you could not find it anywhere online.
Oh my God.
And I don't think it had all sunk in enough by that to extrapolate some of these things.
Which is why I'm so glad we're here.
Unpacking it all.
Unpacking that suitcase. So I had forgotten that, by forgotten, I mean, I never realized because I was a child when I saw this and I did not know who Shonda Rhimes was. I did not know the impact she would have on my life. But Shonda Rhimes wrote the script. Basically, Britney came up with the idea and Shonda Rhimes was like, I'm a professional. I got you, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty cool. And then the director, her name is Tamara Davis. And she did a lot of music video directing. She has since done a lot of television directing. Not a lot of feature films, but she's pretty impressive. She's got a pretty impressive filmography.
I love that.
Yeah. So anyway,
the cast is also pretty stacked.
Yeah. So yeah, what insane they got. So Kim Cattrall, as I mentioned to you when we were walking in today, they got Kim Cattrall because they couldn't get Madonna, who they wanted to play Lucy, Britney Spears'
And when
character,
I think of
Mom.
runner-up to Madonna, that's definitely who I think of.
I think, call Samantha. Wild.
It is wild. And then that woman from Orange is the New Black is in there. Yeah. I forget her name right now. My apologies.
And then
if
Zoe
you're
Saldana. Yeah, she's totally listening. Zoe Saldana.
Is she in the Marvel movies now?
She's in the Marvel movies now.
Yeah, she had blew up, huh?
Yeah.
Because when I was first, when we first rewatched it, I was like, who's in this? Britney Spears, and Britney Spears. Like, in my mind as a child, I was just like triple Britney Spearses. Yeah. But they're real people.
They are real people. And they had really big careers.
Except for who is the other girl? Because the girl from Orange is the New Black isn't the main girl.
Right. It's Zoe Saldana and
then
Britney.
There's a third.
Those are three.
Is that her?
Those are three. Zoe Saldana, Britney Spears, and the woman whose name from Orange is the New Black that we're forgetting.
But was she the third main girl?
Yeah. She was the one that was pregnant, Mimi.
Okay. That checks.
And then there was the man.
Just dude,
some guy.
I cannot.
Some guy.
They got nominated for best chemistry, and of course they didn't win because there was none.
Because there was none. Because he wasn't meant to be there.
No, he was an older man who was why was he there?
Literally, why was he there?
I just remember rewatching this and being so mad that he was along for the ride because he throws a fucking fit and puts everyone at danger. I don't think 6-year-old me definitely didn't pick up on it, but adult me was like, these girls are in danger with this man. Yeah. What are we doing?
They're like, oh, I think he killed someone. LOL. He did not kill someone, but they were kind of just like, oh,
no biggie.
No big. It's sort of like the casual way that they treat Brad Pitt's character in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood when it's like, he might have killed his wife, but who knows? It was a little bit like that. And of course, we learn later he's not dangerous. But he seemed dangerous in that moment when he was throwing truly a tantrum. Because
in the middle of nowhere,
wait,
yeah.
I gotta look at my
meltdown.
Notes. Do you have any idea what it's like being around girls all the time? He's losing his mind because he's with girls all the time. But meanwhile, he's been subjecting them to his boy music. This whole cross-country trip, they tried to listen to NSYNC for like 5 seconds. All it takes is them listening to Shania Twain's Man, I Feel Like a Woman to just snap him and say, no,
this man.
all I have is the control of this car and listening to my stupid boy music. Do you know, it's just, I'm just around chicks all the time. Do you have any idea?
We just want to sing and have a nice time.
They're like, oh, sorry that we just wanted to have fun. Sorry that Britney's character is a gearhead and knows what's actually wrong with the car. You dumb little idiot. Why was he there? They didn't need a romantic subplot. This is a story about friendship. He did not need to be there.
And I also feel like it just taught me a bad lesson.
Yeah.
Growing up, I did get in the car with a lot of stupid men that I would let take me places unbeknownst to me. Yeah. And it's like, this is what I grew up learning. Yeah. To go across the country with men. Yeah. Who don't want me to play Shania Twain.
And that's what's wrong with this country. I feel like this could have been called Riding in Cars with Boys. Or really Riding in Car with Boy. If that name was not already going to be used in a different film.
I don't know if we clarified that we're talking about Crossroads from 2002 as well, not
of course.
The 1980s. I just assume people only know the one Crossroads, but...
Yeah, but if you're older than us, you might be thinking of the other one.
That's obviously not
the case. Okay, so... The development of this began in late 2000. Okay, so in this essay, so I need to give some context around this. I know that we have just begun talking about the movie. We're currently at the time capsule. But let me just take us back to 9/11. Okay, so 9/11, it happens. The entire country is like, we need trash, gossip, information, no bad news. I just need to see underskirt pictures of teen girls, these celebrities. I need to see their midriffs. I need to know who they're dating. I need to know who they're fucking. I need to know what drugs they're doing. I need to know how skinny they are. And this monster of publicity was like reborn. And it's crazy that like the development of this movie started before that era. And then it was like, by the time it came out in 2002, we were so deep in that early aughts, let me just say, like, pop girls, virgins, and whores era, where they are really both at the same time and always losing.
Isn't that the truth?
Ain't that the truth? And Britney's character is a virgin who, for reasons unknown, Justin Long apparently has a chance with. That was, in a movie that is not exactly like realistic, that was a moment where I could not suspend my disbelief. I said, there is no way. You're trying to convince me that Britney Spears is like, she's just like a pretty nerd who is like being coerced into sex by Justin Long, who thought he had a chance.
And he's so little. He's just so little.
He's just a tiny little thing.
Just a little guy, just doing his best.
Tiny little guy. That was tough. But I didn't like that he had a list of reasons as to why she should sleep with him.
Don't they all?
But I did like that eventually it does show us, it's like, well, okay, the message is, yeah, begging is coercion. She decides, actually, no, my heart's not in this. This isn't the way I want it to go down. I don't want to do it with my dweeby lab partner.
Good on her.
And good on her. So then...
I wish I had taken that lesson away from The whole thing.
That whole thing. Yeah, that begging is coercion and that's not okay. They didn't tell us explicitly, but he was very like in that American Pie mindset where he's like, I can't go to college a virgin.
Yeah.
Do you know how hard this will be for me if I don't have sex at you? You know? Yeah. So huge shout out to sponsor of Dude IDK, Spider Moving and Storage. I recently used them to move into my new place and couldn't be happier with how efficient they were. They were so kind. They made it look so easy and it was just top-notch experience. So definitely recommend that you check them out if you've got a move coming up, residential, commercial, local, cross-country, anything in between. You can get a free quote at spidermoving.com, and you can give them a follow on social media at Spider Moving and Storage. So then they go back to the time capsule as high school graduates.
Mm-hmm.
And Kit, that's her name, right? Kit? The Zoe Saldana's character? Pretty sure it is. Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's
you got the notes.
So Kit's wish was to be a bridal Barbie. Lucy's wish was to find her mom again. And Mimi wished for the world. She has a little keychain with a globe on it. She wanted to travel the world. Now she's knocked up.
She'll never travel again.
She can
Not
never.
with a child.
Did you know that you can?
Did you know that your life is over when you have a baby?
So you know how like going through the airport is hard? Imagine having a baby. Trying to do that. It's tough.
I could do that. I could. I feel like I have had practice though. When my cousins were little, I used to have to get them ready to go visit dad. So
totally. So, and you still lived life.
Yeah, it was fine.
But look, she's 18. She's like, damn.
She'll persist. We all do.
She's the one that's like, I'm going to go to LA. They were like, you're pregnant. How are you going to do this audition for this recording studio? And she said, I'll wear something slimming. And I thought that was so funny. I said, that's Shonda Rhimes. That's my girl writing. That was so good. Okay, so then they like look at a photo of themselves and they're like, okay, I guess we should go on this road trip. Let's go to LA. Kit is gonna go visit her college fiance, who we already know is cheating on her because her friends were like, oh, I bet he's cheating on you. And she was like, he would never. So we know that he's cheating on her. And Lucy, Britney's character, she's going to Tucson to meet her mom, Kim Cattrall. And Mimi is going to go to this audition, which by the end of the movie, it's actually not her audition at all. It's Lucy's audition. She is literally a backup singer. But what really summed up this whole movie is when Britney walks up to the car and there's the guy there and she goes, who's the guy? I said, I know that's right.
I also was like, okay, I just didn't find him particularly attractive either. So it was like so
okay
funny
looking
to like put him in that role. I mean, if he's going to throw a fit in the middle of nowhere, he's got to be damn handsome.
I know. He was like just...
He's just a man.
He was just not that interesting to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's that. That don't impress me much. Okay, so they talk about how he might have killed somebody, whatever.
Very casual, whatever.
Very casually, they're talking about how he might have killed somebody.
I feel like I was very worried when I heard that, and I was like, wait, is this a murderer mystery I forgot about?
This is also like, okay, wait. Now I'm getting, this is insane. I watched this today. But I've only got a couple brain cells left that we're working with. So when Bowling for Soup was playing at their graduation party, there was a guitarist who Zoe Saldana was like, oh, he's hot. And they were like, oh, I think he killed somebody. Was it the same guy? Or was it a different guy where they like, was that
were they trying to do like a callback?
No, that was at the maybe, I don't know. It doesn't matter.
It didn't hit well
It was
enough.
more than once they brought up some
Murder.
guy being like, he might have killed somebody. So that's too bad. He didn't, but still, they weren't worried enough.
Agreed.
So Lucy is sort of the one she gets really good grades. She was the valedictorian. Her dad is very overprotective, and she's a virgin, and everyone's like, haha, you're a virgin. And then Kit is she's the hot shit. She's popular. She's got body image issues. She's got a mom who's always telling her to lose weight. And then there's Mimi, who's she grew up in the trailer park. She's knocked up. She's got eyeliner for sure. She's got eyeliner and she's using it.
Really all encompassing of the female experience.
Yes. These girls, as we learn throughout the film, they all have there's a little something for every girl on the surface. It's okay, which one are you? Are you a Lucy or a Kit or a Mimi? But it's more which is your trauma? Is your trauma body dysmorphia, being sexually assaulted, or being abandoned by your mom?
Kind of getting all three.
Yeah, and a lot. I think, it is not mutually exclusive.
What are you?
That's a good question. I don't really have okay, I know that everybody has trauma. Of course I have trauma, but nothing really bad enough happened to me to make me as messed up as I am. And sometimes I think it would be a lot easier if I could just be well, yeah, my mom, Kim Control, left me when I was 3 years old, but my parents were very lovely, very supportive. So
yeah, I think I related to I had a little trauma from each pool.
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, literally any girl, really any person, but especially the girls who lived in the early 2000s or were alive at any time, actually, probably can relate to Zoe Saldana, this very thin woman, being yeah, I hate my body and my mom's always telling me to lose weight, So yeah, I feel that's kind of a really universal one. They're really speaking to all the girls.
Yeah.
With that one.
They were let's think about what one woman experiences and divvy it up into 3 prototypes.
And they did it.
And
what a goddamn miracle that is, because this movie is about having fun, but they go to a hotel room and they literally say, what's the worst thing that ever happened to you? I'm that is actual female friendship. You get into a room and you say, so what's the worst thing that ever happened to you?
Let's trauma bond.
Yeah, and they did. They worked through some shit out on the road. And I loved it for them. I thought that yes, we could call it trauma bonding, or we could say these women, not
girls, but not
girls,
quite women.
not girls, but not quite women. They had a history with each other. They've known each other since they were little kids, and they were basically let's catch up on whatever fucked up shit happened to you in the past, 10 to 15 years, and let's talk about it. Let's figure some things out.
That's sweet.
Do
men do that on road? What do they
do on the road?
Does that happen on road trips with men, Nick? Okay, no,
so
we
Nick,
know.
Speaking on behalf of men, can confirm that does not happen on road trips.
If you think otherwise, I would love to hear about it, though. If you're a man that's your...
Yeah, you go on road trips with your childhood friends and say, what's the worst thing that ever happened to you?
Hey, guys, let's talk.
Yeah. Could do you some good. I'm just saying. It worked out well for these girls. Okay, so then... we find out that the boy has trauma too, though. And here's the thing. It was sad, but I didn't care because I was sort of this is about the girls and their trauma. And you're kind of You've inserted yourself on this trip. Because he's just some guy that Mimi, pregnant Mimi, knows from the trailer park. Like, she grew up with him, and he has a car, so she's like, he's coming on the trip. That's it.
I've been Mimi.
You brought some random guy who did not need to be there on the trip.
So many times.
So many times. As I said, riding in cars with boys.
That is what they should have called it.
They should have. Oh, Drew Barrymore should have come up with a different vault. She didn't.
I would love a reboot.
Yes.
You didn't seem like it.
No, I do want that.
Where Britney is the long lost mom.
Yeah.
And it like,
oh my God. But here's the thing is that, like, I think it would be too sad.
We might need some time in between, but I feel like there's like potential to foreshadow a new life for Britney through Crossroads reboot.
All she needs is time, a moment that is mine while she's in between.
How come as a 7-year-old I related so hard? Like, I was like, I am not a woman yet. Yeah. I'm 7.
I'm 7. Girl, same. When I heard that song, I was like, yeah, I feel that.
That was a good album too. And also what
Incredible.
I love is like the movie was kind of just like a promo piece for that album.
It like explicitly was.
Yeah.
They were like, this album is the accompanying soundtrack. Like, there was also the Crossroads soundtrack, but they're like, that's not really the soundtrack. The real soundtrack is Britney's album. So,
yep. I knew that.
So good for them. And good for Britney. But one thing that's interesting about the relationship between Britney Spears and the guy, I don't remember what his name was. I don't care. They end up like having a fling, and she does like end up having sex with him, which like is fine and great. This is a coming of age story. He shouldn't have been on the trip anyway, but I'm not going to fault her for being like, you know what? I can't go to college a virgin. That was not her motivation. And I was glad she was like, this is what I want. It's like very different from the beginning of the movie when she's with little boy Justin Long, who's like, we should have sex because we've been lab partners for 3 years. But the film was actually criticized by some people for not promoting safe sex. To which Britney Spears responded, quote, I think by the time my character Lucy decides to make love in the film, the audience realizes she's responsible enough and hopefully did do that. There was a scene where I took out a box of condoms, but they took that scene out because the movie was too long.
That's good PR.
So, like, yeah, I just think everyone was blaming Britney for being like,
it's like
she showed her midriff too much. That was the
why didn't the man bring the condom? Look, I get they cut it, but why isn't he catching the flack? Why does Britney have to respond for Lucy?
It's his dick. Come on.
Thank you.
So here's the thing. Reading the reviews of this movie put me in a dark place because critics are like, not only is this movie dumb because it's for girls, but it's just Britney Spears bearing her midriff for an entire movie.
What's crazy is I didn't even notice.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy how you just sometimes you just don't even notice? But they were noticing.
Very scandalous.
So scandalous. So, since then there are some critics who have kind of like revisited it and said, okay, you know what? I take it back. It wasn't that bad. But for the most part, despite its commercial success, it was only made on a $12 million budget, and they made like $60 million. Not
for
bad.
A piece of promo for your album. That's a pretty good killing.
And you know what? The director of this film was a music video director. What is Crossroads if not a really long and interesting music video? Okay, what's the problem with that?
It is. I think it's produced by MTV as well, so I feel like that just makes sense.
It's like, okay.
What were they expecting? It's gonna be hot. There's gonna be midriffs and some singing.
Yeah.
Some I Love Rock and Roll cover.
Yeah.
Which was great.
That was great.
That's the best scene probably.
Yeah.
When she's a center element.
Oh yeah, it's the one right behind you on the TV screen. And
it is her.
Yeah.
God, she didn't age kind of. Like,
She looks the exact
timeless.
same.
I didn't realize she was old enough to have been in this. That's why I was like, she can't be one of the main
Yeah, you're
people.
like, no, she must be one of the
children.
One of the children.
One of the children.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
No. Okay.
I think I liked her the best. I think I liked Mimi the best of the three because she's just tough.
Yeah.
She's a tough broad. I liked that about
it's that
her.
trailer park attitude.
Yeah. She teaches Zoe Saldana how to throw a punch. She's like, I think every woman should know how to throw a punch.
I love that.
I said, I think that's great. I don't know how to throw a punch. If anyone
I
would like to teach me.
Is it, you don't want to, I think it's like this.
Yeah, you don't want to put your thumb on the inside because then
you break it.
You could break
on someone's face.
Yeah.
If you're strong enough.
If you're strong enough. Prove it. I could see you becoming like a kickboxing girl. Like that could be your
my next endeavor.
Era. Yeah.
Let me get a little more juiced up on the running and lifting, and then we'll see if my tiny arms can handle it.
I think they can. Oh my god. Oh,
thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I think that you could. And here's the thing: if not, you can always run away. If someone's coming for you, you can.
I'm gonna learn how to throw a punch and then come back, and we'll teach everyone.
And we'll teach everyone together.
Yes.
When you come back to visit.
Yes.
Okay, good. There was another thing that I wanted to say about the making of this movie. I know that I'm so all over the place, but you know, sometimes you gotta take the road less traveled. Sorry. I'm so sorry. But Britney Spears described this as a teen movie that dealt with real issues that normal teenagers live on a daily basis. And then she said, when explaining the film's content, quote, that it is about this journey that the three of us best friends take, finding ourselves and what we want out of life and getting our friendship back. Friends are all you have at the end of the day. When your boyfriend breaks up with you, who do you call? Your girlfriend. I just love that message. And I said, yeah, you do.
Mm-hmm.
Friends are all we have.
I love that. That's sweet.
Yeah, I know. It's for the girls. So throughout the film, these three girls who kind of like, you know, had drifted apart over time, they keep getting closer. They keep finding their roots. They keep having these like fights where they're like unearthing some of their long held resentments, but they're working them out. I'm like, yeah, you guys fight about it. Let's go. Like, get it out so that you can like move through it. And I thought that they did a good job of that too. Like, they didn't show these girls as like, you know, passive aggressive or as like they weren't like, wow, look how rude they are. It was just like, these are girls who have hurt each other, built resentments against each other because they've been pitted against one another, and now look at them working it out on the road.
Yeah, I feel like if I had also taken away from that, that would have been very helpful in my life.
Yeah. If only. One thing I did take away from this, though, was always be writing poems in your little journal. She is always, Lucy, the one Britney Spears plays, she's always writing in her journal. And then finally the guy is like, what are you always writing in your journal? She's like, poems mostly. And then the poem, I'm not a girl, not yet a woman, does become the song. And when she's just reading it out of her little notebook, I'm like, wow, that's actually like,
it's pretty.
That's like really not bad. Like,
when you say it like that.
I know. I just recently read some of my my poetry from when I was like around 12-ish at Mortified, a show here locally. And I'll just say it was not as good as the lyrics of I'm not a girl, not yet a woman. And yes, of course, at that point, like, this character is 18, but I'm still like, that wasn't bad.
That's so funny.
But I did take note of that behavior, and I was always writing stuff in my little notebook, just like Britney.
This is so funny with the timing. I feel like, okay, like this earlier this week, I literally bought a tiny spiral notebook and we've been writing poetry.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? You've like got your little field notes and you're like,
yeah, there's little hummingbirds on the front. But I was just like, I was looking for a Mary Oliver book. This is a total side tangent that I've read before to like gift to somebody. Mm-hmm. And then while I was at the bookstore, I saw Pablo Neruda's love poems, which like he wrote to his wife. And it was a book that I used to have, like I had borrowed in college from a friend and gave back. So I was like, oh, I'm going to buy that too. And then I was like,
cool.
I'm going to just like, I kind of miss writing poems. And I feel like it's like, everything is like always has to be shared too online. So I'm like, it's nice that it's like in a cute little secret book. That's and like,
so cool.
So now I'm like affirmed. The universe is like, now you have to write poetry because of Crossroads.
That is so incredible.
I know. You started saying that. I was like, this is weird.
Whoa.
But no, it is so cool. And like when I was a kid, I wrote a lot of poems and songs and stuff. Aww. I also like, I have this journal where the intro is like, my name's Melissa Leavenworth. I'm 14 years old. I'm from Aurora, Colorado. And I hate George W. Bush. That's the intro. It's like real strong.
That was the birth of an icon.
Yeah, I miss writing. Like you type everything now. So it's like there's something so like nice about writing. And even when it's not like journaling, poems are like small and sweet and they just be like a little inspo from the day.
Wow.
I hate when they get like stuck in your phone as text messages forever.
Totally.
So I'm like, just write something.
And then I like look back at my notes, like my notes app, and I'm like, this is stupid.
Yeah. And I also feel like after being in comedy and writing jokes and shit, that's just so like absurdist, which I love, or like just like so not sweet. Like poetry is just such like a nice indulgence. I don't know.
Anyway. And Lucy knew that.
Exactly. I knew you were gonna bring it back. You're so good.
Oh my God, thank you. But I really am kind of like gooped and gagged that this is happening for you right now.
I know.
Incredible. So there's one thing that you probably won't remember off the top of your head, but maybe if I describe it, you will. They're all in the car, and Mimi, the pregnant one, she's getting her hair braided by Zoe Saldana, and she's getting like, you know, white girl, I just went to Mexico braids. And part of me was like, that really doesn't age well. And also, it is Zoe Saldana doing her hair. It's like, well...
Oh, it might have aged better than not totally unwell.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's like, it wasn't actually like... It was like a director's choice, right? Probably. To be like, oh yeah, braid her hair. But...
Yeah, I wonder how intentional it was to... I mean, it seems like an intentional choice.
Right. Yeah, because like... I mean, that is such a, it is such like an evocative image, right? Like girls braiding each other's hair. Mm-hmm. It's like, that's the standard.
Yeah.
But she's braiding her hair in a way that's like,
oh shit.
Oh.
Sorry.
The alarm is going off.
It's for my probiotics.
Hotties take their probiotics, everybody. So. Do you need to take your probiotics right now?
It's in the fridge at work. I'll get there later.
We'll get it later. But don't forget. I just recently learned that there's prebiotics.
Yeah.
Probiotics. And then I went to Sprouts the other day and I saw tribiotics. I said, there's more than
What's
two.
The third?
Probably
post.
Probiotics. I don't know. I looked at it. I said, it's too much. It's too much. Information overload.
I don't like when they advertise it as they're alive. Like, that makes me feel really weird.
Help me. When they're like, it's alive.
It's alive.
That's can we talk about a value prop?
Thank you.
It's funny. You could use it in like a tagline to like, you know, make it stand out to get people's attention. But like, it's alive is not. It's not selling me. It's certainly not making me choose one probiotic over another.
I don't want to be a host.
I'm not. No.
Bacterias.
No.
But I am. Okay.
I know.
Just like that man.
Just like that man. He said, don't you understand what it's like to spend all your time with girls? Don't you understand what it's like to spend all your
Three
time
of them?
with 3 of them, your tribiotics
Three
or whatever?
propos.
Yeah. If it makes you happy. If you weren't singing along during that scene when the girls are just going off, I don't know what's wrong with you.
You got neurotransmitter deficiencies.
For sure. You got to get some probiotics or something for that. Wow. You know what is one thing that's really fucked up and brings the whole movie full circle is Zoe Saldana shows up at the door of her shitty fiance, who we already know is cheating on her. We find out that he's the one that sexually assaulted Mimi, the one who was pregnant.
Yeah.
She's like, it was you. And it's, you know what? Because she believes women, she doesn't side with him. She isn't like, oh my God, like,
he would never.
That. She's like, I'm with her. I'm with my girl.
Yeah.
I haven't even been friends with her for like 10 years, but I'm with her.
Good.
And I thought that was really important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is important.
But she does fall down the stairs and then have a miscarriage. Ooh, sad.
Well, they couldn't show abortion.
That's also true.
And they had to free her up to live her life because you can't.
Because
otherwise.
you cannot travel. She wanted the world. She cannot travel.
You just can't. The laws of gravity don't allow.
Yeah. That's true. Actually, after you have a baby, you are bedridden.
For the rest of your life.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Except for pick up and drop off at school.
That's true. Yes.
They let you out for that.
Which
is kind of nice. It's a nice reprieve.
Yeah. Thank God. That's why pick up and drop off is so chaotic.
And coveted.
It's like, we've never been out of the house. We're not allowed to do anything or go anywhere. So then they're finally in LA. Everything is fucked. You know? Mimi's had a miscarriage. Kit's just learned that her boyfriend is a rapist and that he's cheating on her.
These are very heavy themes for a teen movie.
Lucy finds out that her mom literally didn't want her.
I mean, it's Samantha. It kind of checks out.
Look, she had a new family. She didn't need her anymore.
She's like, oh yeah, you?
She's like, Lucy, what are you doing here? And she keeps saying, why do you keep saying my name like that? I loved that. So things are bad. Things have taken a turn for the worse for all 3 of our girls. And then Dan Aykroyd, who plays Britney's dad. What a get.
I know, it's like...
He played it so earnestly, too. And that I really appreciated that he didn't treat it like, oh, this is just camp. He was like, I'm playing a dad. This is what I do. This is what I do. I'm Dan Aykroyd. I show up for work. And he did. So he shows up and he's like, all right, Lucy, time to go home. And she basically says, that's not my dream, Dad. That's your dream. Tells him, don't make me leave you like Mom did. Let me go.
Just a real gut punch.
Yeah, she punched Dan Aykroyd right in that gut. But the girls are like, yeah, let's go to the audition. Now you're the star. This actually is not about Mimi at all anymore. This is not her audition.
Fuck Mimi.
Fuck Mimi.
She'll be fine.
She's a backup
baby
dancer.
Free now.
She is baby free.
So she has a whole life ahead of her.
She can go travel the world. That's it.
Her dream.
That's her dream. The world. And so then she performs I'm Not a Girl, Not Yet a Woman, with the support of the guy and a band that he's gathered for the audition. And Dan Aykroyd is there in the crowd saying, yeah, go Lucy. And they have their whole lives ahead of them. They put together a time capsule, not of their future plans, but to put away the past. And I said, I love that.
It's kind of cute too.
They're like, look, trauma, bury it deep down.
Bury it way down.
We've brought it up. Now time to put it back down.
Yeah.
literally dug it out of the ground. We're gonna put it right back.
Yeah, let it decompose.
Get it. They buried it like on the beach, so it's like it's just gonna go.
I think the first one too is buried like 2 inches below. You're just like, that's not
like, okay. So you put it in a plastic bag. It's not gonna preserve it for 10 years. So yeah, that was garbage going straight into the ocean. But it was the thought that counted. It was all about the thought. And at that point, it's like, who cares where they end up? Like, we know that there's just like so much hope. It's like they can do anything now. I didn't need to know whether Lucy's character was going to stay with the guy. I didn't need to know where everyone was going to college. I just knew like these girls can do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And that is why it's so sad that we saw how it actually...
Because in my mind, I'm like, obviously Lucy doesn't end up with that man.
Obviously.
It's far worse. She ends up locked in her home for many years.
Yeah.
I do sometimes just check on Brittany to see how things are.
Yeah.
I also remember like when we were watching Crossroads, I was like the thing about the knife dancing is that like she's always danced like that. Now it's just with knives. So now it's alarming. But before it was the same moves. Like it was the same moves.
Yeah.
It's still a little strange on the Insty.
Yeah, totally. How could it not be?
I think she was recently reunited with her son though or something.
Yeah.
Again. Or I'm not sure.
Sweet.
We do wish Brittany the best.
Of course.
Also, the fact that came to light through like a podcast is pretty crazy and round circly.
It really is. You know what? We need to bring back blooper reels. I need a blooper reel at the end of my movie.
Yes.
From now on. I need a music video layered with a blooper reel.
Why did we stop doing blooper reels?
Come on. Give us a laugh. Even if it's staged.
You know what
I don't care if it's staged. Just give me a blooper reel.
I feel like Marvel ruined the blooper reel.
Oh my God.
With like people waiting for the credits to end for that last little scene.
Yeah, and the last little scene is not goops and gags. It's just like a twist ending.
It's just
not
a
like,
cliffhanger.
It's not like behind the scenes like
yeah. Lame.
So lame. Do you need to take your probiotics?
I feel like it's gonna be going off again. I set one for it thinks that I want to snooze because that's all that I do.
I see. It's the classic hit snooze instead of off, hit off instead of snooze. But you know what? It's better to have
get your meds from the fridge.
Yep. And we're not anywhere near the fridge.
No.
Because it's at work.
We're a drive away from it.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But I was like 8:10 will be on time. That was hilarious.
That was really funny that you thought that.
Thank you so much. I was just like, yeah, time is hard.
Girl, ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Well, gosh. This movie it had it all. Friendship.
Love.
Parents. Abandonment.
Virginity.
Trauma.
There was a lot of trauma.
A ton of trauma. It was very like, for a film that is, again, like not realistic or feels like so formulaic, these characters really had depth of experience. They were not what they seemed on the surface. They really had a lot going on. And their stories were worth exploring. Like, stories like this are not really told anymore. Stories of, like, just teenage girls and what they're going through. And, like, this coming-of-age tale that's just about, like, friendship. It's just... movies like this don't get funded anymore.
Yeah.
Not even for pop stars.
I know, I'm trying to think of anything and that's similar, and the closest I can come to is As Told by Ginger.
Yeah. And that was...
I think that ages perfectly.
Oh my God. Absolutely.
That's not the episode we're doing, but it is very good.
It is honestly perfect.
It is.
I love As Told by Ginger.
Me too.
It's amazing.
It's comforting.
Lady Bird was kind of this.
Lady Bird was good.
Yeah, because, you know, it's got like the trauma with the parents, but also like it's complicated and it's about female friendship.
Yeah.
And then there's a guy who inserts himself and then they decide that he's not worth it.
Is that Timothy Chalamet?
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah, that's probably the first thing I saw. What a uprising of Timmy.
Yeah. But that was it wasn't really like a
God, should we make an indie film?
Oh my God. Does anyone want to fund our film?
Does anyone want to fund an indie film? It could be about running. Brands?
Okay, hello brands. I don't run, but I can if I'm being chased for a little while. I have plantar fasciitis.
Or paid.
It's really, or if I'm being paid. I will put my chronic injury to the side.
We could do a story about girlhood and chronic injuries and ableism.
Oh my God, and ableism.
That's the formula.
That's the formula.
We'll talk.
Done. All right, we'll
be in discussions.
All right, we'll be in discussion. Funders, sharks, will be coming. Yeah. So did this movie age well? Yeah and no. It's like it really was important for me to. I don't know why. I feel like I'm so self-centered being like, this was so important for me to watch. Like, I'm in my 30s.
No, I think actually after hearing you, I think that when I watched it, like I watched it maybe about a year ago, but I'm like, I think hearing your take on it makes me feel like it aged a little better than I thought.
Yeah.
It had, because my focus was like, this man is dangerous, these girls are in danger,
yes,
and this is terrible. We would never do this anymore. But
you don't just like get in a car with a stranger.
The girlhood parts are actually very endearing and I think are very important, like the growing through it. I think the healthy dialogue, I think the healthy arguing,
yes, they are not conflict averse, and I love that about them.
And that's what girlhood needs, is like, we need to be able to like talk about some shit and sort it out and get a little angry with each other sometimes and then be like, all right, we forgive each other and move on, right? Like, I think that is important.
Yeah. If only we learned those lessons when we watched it, you know?
Yeah, it took me a long
didn't.
time. No, not at all. That's not what I took away.
No.
I was like, I'm gonna show my midriff for my whole life.
Yes. Makes sense.
And I do.
And she does. Follow her on Instagram.
Melissa Linnell.
Melissa Linnell. What else? What else do we need to discuss?
I was trying to
you
see
waiting
the
for the photo to come back?
The outfits are good. Look at that midriff.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Yeah. It's just
We've covered it. The movie is kind of like 4 scenes, if you like, like the
it
big
really
ones.
Is. Yeah.
Like, there's a good amount of filler, I think. No, it's great. I think that's perfect.
Yeah. Gosh, I'd love to hear what all of you think about Crossroads. You can rewatch it. It's on Hulu. I know that we're not watching Hulu right now because we're, you know, kind of taking a stand against Disney Plus and CBS and like the whole empire.
I have the DVD if anyone wants to borrow it.
But if you need the DVD, or if you're like me and you don't subscribe to Hulu, but you have a family member who is still subscribed here, that's like, okay, honestly, can we talk for a second about like
password share?
When there is, whenever there's like a fucked up thing in media that happens and there's a call for like boycott this streaming service, I'm like, easy enough. I don't pay for any of mine.
Easy for a mooch.
Easy for a mooch. That's what I'm saying. Look, I'm the hookup for HBO. If anyone needs HBO, honestly, hit me up. I'll give you my password.
They bundle that now with Hulu. It's Hulu, HBO, Disney Plus. Someone recently was like, "Are you paying for Hulu? You should cancel it so you can move to San Francisco." I was like, "Well, first of all, let me tell you, the $20 moving to San Francisco is gonna make a very small dent.
Not gonna make a real difference."
Second of all, I think I cancel it and then I re-sign up every time I want to watch something, so I have to check, right? But then I was like, I just want to watch Bluey sometimes.
Yeah. Hello.
I'm the bad guy,
and she's the problem. And she's. So
I think I did pay for it recently, but I'll cancel it before it renews on the 21st.
Okay. And if you happen to if you're a password sharer, and someone you know has access to it at the time of this recording, it's on Hulu. So, do with that what you will. I'm not endorsing Hulu. This podcast is not associated with CBS. But if you're willing to pay, then
But if any producers are watching,
if anyone's listening who has money, we are trying to make a film. So, Melissa, thank you so much for coming on the show. This was an absolute delight. I'm so happy to have you back in the studio, and thank you for letting me really work through some shit.
It's a joy. I love hanging out with you. Thank you for having me. It's so fun, and I love Crossroads therapy. I think it's just been good. Yeah. I think I've seen my eyes are open to a lot that I didn't see before.
Wow.
And girlhood and camaraderie is,
yeah.
Sometimes you just got to fight a little bit and then bury it.
Yeah,
bury it way deep,
or just a couple inches under the surface.
Just a little bit,
girls.
Just a little bit,
just
on the beach.
Yeah, just on the beach. The tide's gonna come up and it's gonna wash it.
Let it wash away.
Let it wash away.
It's beautiful.
If you're listening to this or watching it and you like what you're seeing, please write a review. I am devastated by how long it has been since someone wrote a review about this show.
Where do you prefer the reviews to be written?
The reviews on Apple Podcasts are very important.
Okay.
That is where I would like the reviews to be.
Okay. That's good to know.
I mean, it's still give me 5 stars on Spotify, subscribe to the YouTube channel. All of that helps. Give it a thumb, like the video, do all that. But writing a review on Apple Podcasts is what I need right now.
I'll go do that.
Oh my God, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, she's going to go do it. Will you join her too?
Oh, I'll actually watch the When Harry Met Sally, and then I'll do one for that one.
Oh my God, amazing.
Because I genuinely want to listen to that one.
Okay, great. Yeah, and listener, if you want to listen to that too, go back in the catalog. We got to get out of here. You got to go take your probiotics.
My stomach is unwell without my tribiotics.
And listener, if you are some sort of health food brand and you... want to tell me about probiotics,
gut health, baby,
send me free things and I will promote it.
Because you know what ages well?
Your gut.
If you take tribiotics.
I'm not trying to be, this is not a detox tea place. This is a probiotics place.
Yes.
And why? Because I am merely a host.
And I'm not trying to shit myself all the time.
Yeah. Okay, gotta go. Bye.